it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with your situation. It might not. Okay, so the energy that I am picking up on today, this feels to me like a major long-term karmic lesson has come into itself. It's come to fruition in some way. And what I mean by that is there's been enough road behind somebody here where they're able to look back and put all of the pieces together. And something about this lesson did require maybe time or distance in order to see clearly, in order to process this, because there might have been quite a bit of emotionality, like really intense emotionality involved in the original incident or the original connection that actually had a very blinding, deluding effect here on this person who is meant to be learning a karmic lesson. And that might be part of their karmic lesson, is understanding the way emotions, especially strong emotions, if we don't know how to deal with them, can pollute our vision, can lead us to believe one thing when another thing is actually true, and how to go about detangling that from their mental processes. This could be a person that thinks they're very logical, but they just really suppress their emotions. So it kind of makes their logical processes flooded with emotion in a way that they're not able to detect. That could be part of the karmic lesson that is here. But essentially, this person is processing a crossroads moment in their past where they had two options in front of them in some way, shape, or form. And one of these options I am seeing was an emperor or an empress. So that's, husband energy, wife energy, divine counterpart energy, somebody who is everything. The emperor, the empress, they are the combination of all four suits. This is somebody who has a lot to offer. They're very well-rounded. But what I'm getting is that this person who's learning this lesson, they had trouble processing that in this other person. They had trouble understanding that that's what was in front of them. I think something didn't go to plan with this person. Like this emperor or this empress didn't behave in a way that this person thought they should behave. If there's like an if-then statement. If you liked me, then you would this. If you were a good person, then you would this. And the assumption is wrong. It's built on some kind of faulty foundation, and it basically shut down it flooded them with emotion. It shut down their faculties, and they stopped fact-finding. They didn't pursue truth, or they didn't know how to get to know somebody or to get to the bottom of, a certain situation. So this emperor or this empress behaved in a way that broke the mold for this person. And that was actually a very positive sign. I think it demonstrated, again, this well-roundedness or a certain level of maturity. It just wasn't seen that way by this other person, this person who's learning this lesson. And I think this person may have even processed it incorrectly as a rejection when it was actually, I think this emperor, empress is very good at actually getting to the bottom of it or getting to know somebody or taking their time in a relationship, something like that. There was no harm meant here, but I'm hearing the song. It's like, ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. So this person might have, that's learning the lesson might have been very emotionally reactive, impulsive, immature, and did something and then blamed that emperor, empress, or said that they deserved it, at least in their mind. And again, I'm hearing justification being the root of all evil. So this person didn't even probably process this or make amends or consider at all that they were in the wrong. But this was the crossroads moment that they were kind of up against. Now, the other thing that this person did that I feel like we're meant to unpack here is this emperor, empress, they reduced them in some way in their mind to one thing. And the way this is coming through for me is like through the suits of the tarot, like, the fire suit, the pentacles, the water, the air. So it's like, oh, well, this person was just super hot. So they think they're all that in a bag of chips. And that's why they acted the way that they did. And really, this person was just zeroing in on the fact that they find this person incredibly physically attractive. It didn't change the fact that this person is also very emotionally mature. It didn't change the fact that this person is also very intellectually smart. It didn't change the fact that this person actually likes to take their time and build something real in a relationship. Those things were all present. It's just this person reduced this person in their mind. I'm hearing for their own psychological comfort, because this person couldn't face something about themselves that they needed to own up to, that they needed to take accountability for, that actually set a chain of events in motion that accounted perfectly, that explained perfectly this person's behavior. this emperor or empress's behavior in a way that doesn't make them crazy, and it doesn't make them arrogant, and it doesn't make them stuck up. It actually makes them something that is much more rational and much more sane. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear the beeping in the background. I feel like this might be hard to hear for somebody. Yeah, it's like every time they kind of get close to it in their mind, at least in the past, I think they're able to kind of see this now with the time and the distance. But it's like nails on a chalkboard having to face this person's behavior, the way that they behaved. But I think they marred this person. They could have, for some of these people, they tried to go after this person. Like the emperor, the empress, they tried to destroy them in some way. They tried to go after their reputation, or they tried to strategically break this person's heart. And then they justified their actions. So they treated somebody great, very, very poorly in the past. Now the universe did step in. This is where this karmic lesson kind of comes into play here. And I am looking at the Justice card with this Valkyrie energy. And the universe said, I really want them to get an up-close picture of what they were accusing this emperor and empress of being. And that was the other choice that this person had. Now this other choice... I'm looking at a card here of the Queen of Wands, and in this particular deck, the Queen of Wands is depicted as Lilith, but the imagery here is just so potent. This figure has, wings and horns that almost look like snakes. They have vampire teeth. They look fully engrossed in their own energy. And I think there is, they didn't have the truth about this person. That's a running theme. They need to know how to get to the truth of who a human being is, who they are. This person, I think, runs from their own truth. But anyways, this Lilith figure, their eyes are closed. They look thrown back in their own ecstasy, like their own wants, their own image. And there is I've never noticed this before in this card, but there's a small, tiny figure that is like smushed and deeply uncomfortable and angry. And I feel like that could be this person, that they feel deeply reduced here by this person. This also could be a child that's feeling this way. Around this person. And now we got the 10 of Cups with kind of this sea monster coming out to consume everything. So I think there's a deep irony in this, because this other person that they had as an option after, or they were at a crossroads moment, so it could have been after they accused this emperor or empress of being something that they weren't, and then treated them in a way that they didn't deserve. The universe put this other person in this person's path that somehow was very enticing, but it's the opposite energy of this emperor empress. So this person had one really, really good thing about them. They're very lopsided. They don't have everything to offer. They're not well-rounded. There is one thing that signals value here, and it's flashy. And it's kind of reminding me of the halo effect. And for some of these people, I do think it is physical attractiveness. Like this person could just be very physically attractive, which would be ironic because I think they accused this emperor or empress of thinking that they were all that because they found them attractive. But really that emperor or empress wasn't that way. But this new person is that way. But so they had something about them that was like really flashy. And it could have been physical attractiveness, but it also could have been money or like a family that had a lot of assets or was well connected. It could have been having multiple degrees. It was something here that signaled value, but it was well within one of the suits of the tarot. And it's kind of akin to the halo effect, what happened here. The halo effect is very well studied, and that does have to do with physical attractiveness, where they found that people, when they're confronted with someone who is very physically attractive, they assume, like our brains will just make certain assumptions about that person, that they have other positive qualities. And it's kind of mirroring what happened with this emperor or empress in the past, where this person just didn't bother to dig any deeper. If this person was giving them what they wanted, unlike this emperor or empress, right? Then they just didn't bother to question, who this person was in a well-rounded fashion or not. So I think I just heard vampire. Like there's something here that this person was like maybe vampiring off of this person, but I think they had to get confronted with the reality of what they accused this emperor, empress of being. So they reduced this emperor, empress and said, you're not everything, you're just this one thing, and therefore I can treat you this one way, because that wasn't the truth of them. You know what I'm saying? They just did that so to make an excuse in their mind that it was okay to treat them however they were treating them, and to not take accountability for what they did. And then there's this other new person that came in, or it could have been an ex, I don't know. And this person really was what they were accusing the emperor or empress of, but then they thought that person was the emperor or the empress, the be-all, end-all. They could do no wrong. They had everything to offer. They were like the prize in the situation just because they had something like extreme. So this is a difficult lesson. I do think Lilith is an issue that brings up fairness. And I don't think this person would have been treated very fairly in a relationship here with this second option. And I think this is leading to some kind of crashing reality. But that's what I have for you guys. There is this karmic lesson that is being played out, and it feels like it has recently come to a point where this person can process who was who and what was what, and how their own emotionality and inability to take responsibility for something that they did has maybe affected the entire trajectory of their life here. But that's what I have for you guys. Bye.